Okay, so today I'm going to take you through a day in my life here at the Adobe Bangalore office. I don't know who drew this, but that's a picture of me. I generally work from the Noida office, but for a couple of months I try to travel between Bangalore and Noida and spend some time in Bangalore. So I'm currently in the Bangalore office, and as you can see, most of the office is empty. There is nobody else in the office today. But the view from this office is much better, like way better from the Noida office. It's a Monday today, and you know that on Mondays I like to start my day by reflecting on the past week and trying to figure out what I want to do this week. And for those exact reasons, Mondays are usually the favorite day for me in the entire week. Now today what I want to do is that I want to start my day by working on a couple of things related to Lumi. Now, I have talked a lot about Lumi on this channel, but did you know that Lumi actually was born in Bangalore? Yes, this year in June when I was in Bangalore, that's when me and my girlfriend worked together to create this beautiful app Lumi, which basically is a to-do app. So right now I'm just gonna try and fix a couple of bugs that people were reporting. Some of them are really stupid, like if you create a recurring reminder, the banner on the top doesn't go away and it looks weird and awful. However, this is such an easy fix that it won't take a lot of my time. I just have to fix the CSS stuff and it should be good to go. I really like to start my day by actually making some progress, and by doing such smaller things like fixing this bug, I was able to make progress very quickly, and that just sets up the tone for the rest of my day. And so I really prefer to start with just something smaller. However, now it's time to focus on something big. And this something big is about reflections. I've been using Lumi to store reflections every single day. So basically I write something about my day every day in Lumi. However, currently there was no way to visualize what I was writing. And so this is what I built. I built sort of a page where I can navigate through my past reflections, and it also auto-categorizes them and gives a color to my reflections, with yellow being happy, red being slow, and then grey being a normal day. This just gives me a different perspective to just go through and read all the entries over the past 6 months that I've been doing, and I can go through random entries or in sequential order. It's an interesting feature that I feel people would like to have. So this is the second thing that I worked on, and I am very tired already. It took a lot of time, and the final output that you're seeing is by no means the first thing that I came across. I tried a lot of things, did a lot of AI prompting, and finally settled on something like that. Now I'm just gonna build the production bundle for Lumi and push it on Play Store so that you guys can also enjoy the new updates and bug fixes as I keep doing them regularly. And as I'm editing this video, I'm realizing that my laptop's battery was about to die. So I went out to get some lunch, and once again, lunch in Bangalore office is much better than what we get in Noida. And even better than that is the walk that we do after the lunch. Now Bangalore office is inside of a huge tech park. So we have a lot of shops inside of the tech park where you can take boba, pizza, coffee, and a bunch of other stuff. And all of these things feel like luxury to me because we don't get all of this in the Noida office. There it's a separate campus and we don't have shops around the office. Anyways, I had a pretty heavy lunch. So now, of course, it's time for me to take some coffee. I try to limit my coffee intake to 1 cup a day, and this is the only cup that I'm going to take. It's around, I think, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I highly suggest you to not drink coffee after 2 p.m. because then, at least for me, it's very hard to fall asleep. So I will take coffee and head back to my bay. It's still empty as expected. Nobody is in the office right now. So now it's time for me to log into my 2 to 7 job. Yes, I try to work between 2 to 7 instead of 9 to 5 on my daily job because of how spread out my team is across the globe. Anyways, December is usually a very quiet and peaceful month in Adobe, as in December we generally do not index a lot on trying to ship new features or stuff like that. Instead, what we do is we do a thing called Hack Week, where we all form teams with our colleagues and then we choose problem statements that we want to work on. Now don't get me wrong, those problem statements are still related to work, however, they are not direct requirements of your day-to-day job. And for me, I wanted to explore the intersection of AI and design systems, and I wanted to figure out how I can better leverage AI in our Spectrum design system and help the teams, our consumers, understand and consume the design system better. And so that's the problem statement, and around that I'm trying to explore a bunch of things with my teammate. I generally like to spend my December focusing on exciting things because rest of the year is mostly driven by OKRs and all, and it can get pretty boring very quickly. Anyways, now it's time for me to do some focus work. And one thing I probably haven't talked a lot about on this channel is my working habits are slightly different from everybody else. I like to work in 3 to 4 hour time stretch in one go. So right after 2 p.m, once I have my lunch and the walk and coffee, I would go on and work for next 3 to 4 hours continuously without any break. This time I try to take and focus as much as I can and try to shoot down as many things as I can, because at the end of the day I get really tired, and that's my tired phase. Once those 4 hours are done, it's around 6 p.m, so I'm gonna head back home. I'm pretty beat up. And look at these beautiful skies. Wait, yes, Bangalore sunsets are amazing. In Noida we have a lot of pollution at this time of the year, and so it's a blessing for me to be around here in Bangalore and just enjoy the sunset and beautiful weather that we get. Anyways, this was a day in my life here in the Bangalore office. If you enjoyed watching this video, feel free to subscribe the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.